Back to MNUFC TV. I'm going to get into the player ratings for LAFC 0, Minnesota United 2. So a huge 3 points, moving us up into third place. First MLS loss away or at home for LAFC, so that was a big win. Adrian Heath's 50th win also. So we started out. Our lineup was Toy, Quintero, Dotson, Olam, and Gregus. Wilfred was um, playing in the midfield, and then later towards the game, he did drop back into um, left back. Like I said, the lineup was Toy, Quintero, Dotson, Olam, Gregus, Wilfred, Boxall, Opara, Coleman, Montier, and Vito. So we'll get into the Vito, who I thought deserves a 9 out of 10, and was huge. I think if it wasn't for Toy scoring 2 goals, he'd be the man of the match, but Vito played great. Best goalkeeper in the MLS, so we need to make a priority in keeping him in the offseason because he's been massive for our defense. He's unreal. Like I said, best goalie in MLS. So just gonna keep it at that. Give him a 9 and move on. Montier, I thought played really well tonight. He was getting up and down when he could, and his defense, he was played quite well on that right hand side. And I'll give him an 8 tonight. Definitely clean sheet. Played really well. Got up and down and was a real kind of outlet, kind of getting us up at the pitch on that right hand side. Coleman, I thought coming into the team, and he played extremely well. He had an insane clearance to stop Diamande from scoring, and if Diamande scores, the game could be completely different. So I'm going to give a Coleman an 8 tonight, and he played great. Yeah, some insane clearances, and he did what Coleman does best, is he defends for his life, and that was awesome. So we needed that. Ike played great, defended awesome. I'll give him an 8 tonight for sure. He was all over, winning all the headers, whatnot. Boxall was a little bit more quiet tonight. He had a couple. I thought he had one or two challenges. I remember that he definitely didn't win the ball, but that was early, and I thought he played pretty well. But I'm going to give him 7.5. I thought he just wasn't quite as good as the other defenders, but he still played really well. I thought he played really well. Wilfred, I am going to give him an 8. I thought he was really good at stopping crosses coming in, and he was defended a lot better than he did against Sporting Kansas City, as well as some of his out balls and his play on the left, holding the play, not holding it up, but getting the play up the field, becoming an option, getting a couple crosses in. I thought he played quite well, a lot better than his Kansas City debut, and he got the full 90, and I thought he played great, so I'm going to give him an 8 tonight. Gregus with the amazing ball for the assist, and he was all over the midfield, drawing fouls, winning balls back. Gregus has been a huge signing for us and crucial to our midfield, absolutely crucial. Gregus, for me, gets an 8.5 tonight and was outstanding, absolutely outstanding. Olam, I thought played really well, and playing as a 6 center defensive mid. I thought for what Ozzy he did really. Olam steps into that position and does a great job as a backup, and I thought he played really well tonight. As Ozzy's been hurt, I'd rather have a healthy Olam than a hurt Ozzy play. As we saw in Atlanta, Ozzy was a little bit slow when he's not fully up to it, and a couple of those late challenges can get to you. But Olam was really good tonight, and he has proven when he has played that he is reliable in that position. And he just played really well, breaking up play and whatnot. Only thing, a couple bad passes here or there, but other than that, played really well. Probably have to give him 8 tonight as well. Dotson, I thought played well, but there was a couple balls that I thought he was forcing a couple passes in the midfield when he didn't need to give it away across the pitch. Could have definitely switched the play a couple different times easier than forcing a couple passes and giving the ball away. But he played good, I thought. But I'm just gonna have to give him a 7.5 tonight. Uh, I didn't. I'd like to see. I'd like to see a little bit more from Asani. He played good. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't think he deserved that 8. But he 7.5 definitely. He played well tonight. Was a part of that team. Defended well. Good 1-2 passes in the midfield. Um, yeah, Quintero. For when he was on, he worked hard. There was some defensive non-tracking back early, but he made up for that for forcing that second goal with stealing the ball back and it popping up to Mason for him to score that absolute banger from outside the box. Um, so Quintero gets a solid 7.5 for me tonight. With I'm giving him kind of an assist for it, but he didn't actually get the assist for it. There's a couple times where stuff just wasn't coming off from him because other than that, he didn't really play great. So when he came off, it was kind of all right. Just hopefully he's all right. But we played still good without him with Molino coming in and for sub in the 50th minute. And Molino played well, I thought. I'll give him a solid 7 tonight. Did his job. Couple or yeah, did his job. Just couldn't get some of those end balls, and he was in the right positions. Mason passes him a ball that the goalkeeper passes straight to Mason on an awful giveaway, and Molino's just um, there for the option and actually gets the ball, and it was kind of he was kind of in an awkward position to be able to hit it the way Mason passed it to him, but Mason just needs to get selfish and take that. But other than that, Molino played really well, and yeah, I thought like a 7 for Molino, 7.5. I'll give him a 7.5, 7.5 since 7.5. Mason Toy will be the man of the match for me tonight for sure, without a doubt. 10 out of 10. 2 goals, 2 great finishes. He even could have had a hat trick if he could have gotten in a couple of chances, but can't complain when you win 2-0 and he scores an absolute banger. It's getting great finishes, and Mason's making a real name for himself to have a future for the U.S. men's national team, not just the under 23s, but for the senior squad. It would be extremely exciting to see him with the likes of Josh Sargent, Tim Weah, some of those other guys on that front line. So I think Mason Toy is definitely the future for the U.S. men's national team, and I hope he doesn't get that MLS bias that some players get by not being able to get called up into the team, because he could definitely help out the squad. And Abu gets subbed on at the end. I thought Abu should have got subbed on a little bit sooner, as Mason was pretty gassed at the end of the game. We tried getting him on a little bit sooner, but the play took too long and there was no stoppage. I thought we should have had a little bit sooner, maybe in the 80th, get it going, maybe even a little bit earlier when we switch formations into a 4-4-1. That would have been maybe a good time to sub Abu on. But that's my only nitpicky thing for his 50th win, and it was a great win. First team in MLS play to beat him and at home in LA. So it was a great win, and we move up to third, and we needed these points because we had some crucial drop points over this last month. So that's going to be it from you guys for the player ratings. Abu obviously wasn't on for enough to get player rating, but yeah, shiny gold star for Abu. If he was on longer, he definitely would have got a score, though. But as always, come on, you loons, and thanks for watching.